what's up, people? The new Fortnite season just came out, and this will come off as quite surprising, actually, especially coming from me. But I've actually got some pretty positive things to say about this season. Surprisingly. I know it's weird. Especially with the quality of the latest seasons we've been getting of this game. So, let's just get on with it. I'll be starting off by naming all the positive things with the negative things last. I'm going to say right now for the in-between as being just okay, we've got the Battle Pass. Not much to be said about the Battle Pass, to be honest, but the quality of the skins for fitting the theme of the season, Greek mythology, it kind of came off a bit wrong, in my opinion. I like how Artemis and Hades look, especially Hades. He'll probably be my main sooner or later, but the others are honestly not that good. Now I'll be giving some points towards the other contents in the Battle Pass, such as pickaxes and gliders. Not to mention there's some festival things in there too, but I'm saying the Battle Pass is just okay. Not much to be said about it. Most of the skins just didn't really hit it for me, so I'll just be putting it as the in-between, kind of like the mid thing. But let's begin. Let's begin with the positive things about this season. And honestly, I'll just be getting with the map changes. The map changes not only being visually high quality and pretty great, but gameplay-wise come off amazing. Now, Mount Olympus doesn't really have too much unique offers towards this, but the underworld is where it's at, especially with the new feature of the Soul Dash coming from the water. With this, it really adds on to the gameplay and offers more versatile movement techniques. Breathe! Oh my gosh, breathing. And speaking of unique gameplay changes, next thing I want to talk about is the medallions. They have essentially been reworked to now work differently from before. Now, I'll be mentioning something later about this that actually leads to something I'm not really that happy about, but I'll mention that later. But as for the medallions, they now, instead of just healing for each one you get, they now offer special abilities, such as the Cerberus, granting infinite dashes, such as the Soul Dash I just mentioned with jumping in the water, or Zeus giving running and jumping bonuses, plus no fall damage. The rework for the medallions came off great, and I really hope they don't screw it up. It's still Epic Games. Next is the wings. I know it's not like a new feature or anything, but this honestly might be in my top 3 movement items. Still below Kinetic Blade. I miss Kinetic Blade. I mean, like, you fly. What else is there not to like? Speaking of new items, I actually want to make a mention towards the guns. Yes, very rare. I usually, hate on this, but yeah. The new ones are, especially for Epic Games, actually pretty balanced. It's crazy. Epic Games, especially with gun balancing, is usually horrendous, but the new guns are pretty balanced. I'm proud. I'll definitely be keeping my eyes on the SMG though, but as of now, it seems fine. They are A-okay in my book. But now this is where it begins. Now I seem pretty positive, right? Well, I can actually name quite a bit of flaws though. For example, I think a huge mistake was keeping the old loophole of the guns. They only vaulted 2 guns, being the Striker AR and the Hyper SMG, and they weren't even the problematic ones. I don't understand why they removed those 2. Now, if you're wondering why I'm upset about this though, I was talking the new guns. They're great, especially the new ones just all being pretty balanced. But that's the problem. The old guns, mainly the sniper and the auto shotgun, stay, and they are still plaguing the game, as now they are still used by everyone. And even though the new guns are balanced, those 2 still exist, and it makes the loophole just feel terrible. I really hope in the future they do get removed. Just in case, Tactical AR, Deagle, and Drum Gun will be coming later in the season, and I hope that this changes. Hopefully I'll look back on this video and that's how it works. And now with the reworked medallions being an overall good change, this is kind of my opinion. I'm still disappointed that augments still haven't released yet. They were supposed to release last season, and they were supposed to release this season, but yet they're still not out. I do not trust Epic Games with this. Now, I guess the medallions kind of take the place of augments for now, but that doesn't change much. But this is mainly my opinion. I just really like the augments. I miss the augments. It made it fun. Now, another thing I have to say, which is mainly in my opinion, again, on why I'm a bit sad, is that Zeus Lightning is kind of terrible, especially at 0 build. Just please buff it. Okay, thank you, that'd be great. Overall, I could probably name a bit more, that's a bit eh for the negatives, but I don't really want to seem too negative. I think this, honestly, overall, how I feel about this season, I'm honestly just going to put it in for a okay. Not too bad, but not the greatest. Tell me what you think. Adios, muchachos.